Hey, Tiger Rod Lawrenceville, Master Mosteller here with competition online lesson number 2. So, first off, inclusive class. This week, we wanted to work on inner forearm blocks over the weekend, making sure that you cross the arms, try to get the cross to be underneath, but cross both arms so both arms are doing work. Looks like you're making a muscle in front of you. Then that same concept with back fist, so crossing on the top and making that striking with the back fist. As far as kicks, today or this week we're going to work on knees, but make sure that they're bringing them high. It's not this, but bringing them up, high up. Pick a pillow or something for them to use for those knees. And then we worked bear crawl going forward on Monday, bear crawl backwards now for the Thursday competition online lesson. So that'll be what the inclusive class will be working on this weekend. For Tiger Cubs, they were working last time on their leg up and that spin. Now they need to work on that figure 8. So take any item. It can be, a phone, a spoon, anything they want to use. But front hand goes between the legs and passes the object off to back hand, and that comes to the front, passes it around the other leg, and so on. That's the way the figure 8 works. Tiger Cubs will need to work that, as well as their side kicks, making sure that their leg is nice and sideways and pushing out, so practicing their side kicks. Make sure they're not just lifting their leg like this, but they're actually pulling their knee back and forth. And then inner forearm blocks for the Tiger Cubs and the outer forearm blocks. This way and this way, crossing underneath. Be sure to check Google Classroom for details on that side kick, those outer forearm blocks, inner forearm blocks, and so on. But that's what the Tiger Cubs will work on over the weekend. For white belts and yellow belts, you worked multiple blocks for the Monday lesson. We're going to continue on that. So first of all, I want to see inner forearm blocks and outer forearm blocks, making sure they're crossing underneath. Go to the Google Classroom, make sure those details of how you do the back stance, the front stance, the correct block, all those twists, everything coming back to the hip and so on. Make sure those details are there for those blocks. Make sure that when you're crossing, make sure you have the correct twist for outer forearm block or inner forearm block. If you are a yellow belt, I want you to add the double fist block to that and the hooking block to that. Make sure that you check those as well on the Google Classroom thing. Then lastly, I want everybody to work inside crescent kicks. Back leg coming across, making sure the hips carry through. So back leg coming across, inside crescent, and again, check Google Classroom for the details on those. That's what my white belts and yellow belts will be working over the weekend. Green belts, blue belts. Very simple lesson that I want you to work this week, but I want you to work this in great detail. So I want you to be able to lift up, front kick, pivot over, hook kick, round kick, pull back, side kick. Be able to do that balanced without holding on. Front kick, hook kick, round kick, side kick. That's actually all that I want you to work for the rest of the weekend for Basics Week. Be able to throw front kick, hook kick, round kick, side kick, but it's gotta be good. Don't do this. Don't flop your foot around and say, okay, my round kick and my hook kick and my side kick, they're all, whatever. No, it's really got to be that. Parents, my suggestion on that would be to have a target, let them front kick it, quickly turn it, hook kick it, round kick it, quickly turn it, side kick it. Make sure that that's happening. And go on Google Classroom and look at those individual kicks to make sure that you have those correct. That's what you'll be working on this weekend. Brown through black belts. Last lesson, I had you pick 6 blocks, 6 strikes, and 6 kicks from Google Classroom to practice. Now, what I want you to practice now is the rest of the blocks, the rest of the strikes, and the rest of the kicks that you have not practiced for your basics. Do 10 on each side and get them in detail. Don't just go through them because, hey, I'm a black belt and I know how to do this really easy. Take the time to make it sharp. The 3 steps of development, learn, improve, perfect. You're way past learn, but you're still going to be in improve. Make it great. One of the things I've been saying that a phrase I love to hear, they talk about the difference between a black belt and a master. They say a black belt does something until they get it right. A master does something until they cannot get it wrong. That's a huge difference. So push. It's on your own, whatever you picked last week, for the last lesson or whatever, Monday, and then for this, but make the most out of it. That's what you'll be doing this week, brown and black, through black belts. We'll see you soon on the screens or on the mats.